a
a
plethora
plethora
of
of
different
different, like, accredited, I guess you can say, like philosophers, theorists, teachers, etc., within the field of spirituality who, through their work, brought into this world a tremendous amount of information and knowledge regarding and concerning, the spiritual plane. And so, this deacon, to get more into it, before we get into the technical energy of Cancer in general, this deacon, you feel what I'm saying, is, hold on. The fact that you have this deacon, I mean, the fact that you have your son in the third house kind of crept up on me, and that got me a little bit excited because you having your son in the third house adds a lot to this energy of learning, because the third house is the house of learning. But anyways, as I was saying though, this deacon within the constellations is signified uh, by this. I think it's Ariga. And if you want clarifications later, I can look at certain charts that depict, the deacons and their correlating stars. But anyways, the name of the constellation is not coming to me. I think it's like Aruga. But what it is it's a ship. You feel what I'm saying? It's a big body. It's a ship, a big body, a vessel. You feel what I'm saying? And this ship ultimately is put there to depict a safe travel through like the sea. And when you think about the sea and you think about water, you have to understand that water, well, I'm pretty sure I already understand that water and spirituality are very much interconnected. You feel what I'm saying? There are ideologies about like the heavens, above being different densities of water. But simultaneously, like when you look at the parallel between like the ocean on this planet, on Earth, and our lack of awareness of like the stars above, the planets above, but also just spirituality in general, there's kind of this parallel, you feel what I'm saying? Like there are just certain parallels between like the sea and the oceans and its mysteriousness and the spiritual plane and its mysteriousness. But anyways, this vessel, it signifies and it highlights safe travels into the spiritual plane. It kind of even ties into, biblically speaking, like the story of like that the I forget the name of the city, but it was like the city that was destroyed, and like generally speaking, people, it's very surface level, like the knowledge that people connect with the reason why it was destroyed. But beyond like the more obvious reasons, there were individuals there who were practicing, for example, like dark magic, and their understanding and awareness of like the sciences and the crafts that they were practicing were very limited and very restricted. And so they were dabbling and tapping into certain forces which they didn't completely understand the powers of, if you feel what I'm saying. And it's like when you, for example, naively get into dark magic, because magic is dark anytime it's primarily for like selfish material gain. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you're using magic for the ego, like that's when there's like a thin line there. And but yeah, so within the story, it kind of just breaks down like the danger and like the harm of practicing certain spiritual things but not having the adequate knowledge and awareness. And there was a specific family, I forget the name. I don't think it was Moses. I think it was, I don't think it was Noah. I forget the name. It might have been Moses. Nah, it wasn't Moses. But there was a specific, there was a family, right, that was like saved. I think it was Noah, because anyways, like that family that was saved, they in a sense had a deeper understanding and awareness of like spiritual law. You feel what I'm saying? And the way that they were practicing magic was more aligned with like the divine energies, if that makes sense. And so they were in a sense a bit more protected and more safe. So even when like the repercussions of the evil forces that, the individuals practicing dark magic started experiencing, like they were saved and they were safe, and all because of their knowledge and their awareness of, spiritual law and the nature of the spiritual plane, understanding spiritual law, understanding cause and effect and things like that. And so I say all that to say that, when it comes to I hope that it's still recording. But anyways, hopes aside, when it comes to this deacon, like, and because what I'm reciting from or elaborating on is spiritual alchemy. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Spiritual astrology, which is like the branch of astrology that kind of gives you an insight into the spiritual doctrines, like the stories, the myths, associated with the different signs. You know what I'm saying? From the perspective of allegories and mythologies to help us better understand the universe and the world at large. Like I said earlier, this is a Pisces, this is a Cancer Pisces energy. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, because of this Cancer Pisces energy, like Pisces is very much a sign that deals with the spiritual plane. It deals with the spiritual world. And interestingly with you, it's